And we are back here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are getting set for our third to last match here tonight at Wrestlemania, and it is for that Senior Money in the Bank. Remember, whoever wins that Money in the Bank will have a chance to either cash in or get that briefcase in for a match or any championship on this brand, preferably a World Heavyweight Championship. And coming out first is the one and only, the Scottish Psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Here's the next man, the fan favorite here tonight, LA Knight. Yeah, he's here tonight, and he's getting set for his second ever AFW match, as he won his qualifying match against, I believe, Apollo Crews and Austin Theory. Coming out next is the exiled one, the scariest one out of this bunch here tonight to me, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Mr. Brody Lee.
Wake up your mind.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the wild card, the man that was seemingly handled pick for this type of match, the Daredevil himself, Darby Allin. He's competing in his first ever AFW match, and it's crazy that it is at WrestleMania. Will Darby Allin walk out here tonight, AFW Mr. Money in the Bank? And the fifth man, the last one to come out all, is Tony the Don D'Angelo. He beat two big names here in AFW. Former AFW Tag Team Champion Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura. Well now, ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to say, let's get set with this six-man, wait a minute, it's five-man. After what happened to Malachi Black earlier, it's a five-man ladder match. I wonder, will we even get a six-man here tonight? Well, nevertheless, we have five men who's up for the task. And wait a minute, we have one more entrance. I wonder who that might be. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe we should all rise, because Damian Priest is now your sixth man in the AFW Money in the Bank match. Damian Priest is making his AFW Wrestlemania and his AFW Wrestling debut here tonight in this six-man ladder match, and I believe this is the perfect match for him to do so. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, six men in this ring, as we see Brody Lee and Damian Priest staring off here in the middle. Who's gonna make the first move? And Damian Priest with that kick straight to the head of LA Knight, and Darby Allin sitting that skateboard into the face of Brody Lee, and Drew McIntyre with a Claymore to Darby Allin to start off this match. And now Tony D'Angelo being the first one to grab a ladder outside. D'Angelo grabbing Darby Allin, picking him up with a power slam onto that ladder. Oh my goodness. Darby Allin's back might have just been gone. As back inside the ring, oh, Damian Priest for a clothesline on Drew McIntyre, but he's caught with a slap by the face of LA Knight. And now Knight has Damian Priest with that neck breaker onto that skateboard. But Drew McIntyre picking up LA Knight with a DDT head first. And now McIntyre going after Damian Priest, but Damian Priest catches McIntyre with his choke slam onto that skateboard. And the action has just started, and I believe it's going to be non-stop. As Damian Priest, I wonder what he's looking for, but over here, Brody Lee, he has Tony D'Angelo on top of his shoulders. He tosses D'Angelo right onto the barricade. Oh my gosh. These men are already getting ready to hurt one another. As inside the ring, Priest sets up the first ladder. And Damian Priest looking up. As Priest, I think he's about to climb that ladder to grab that briefcase. He's not alone in the ring, but he's the only one standing in that ring right about now. And now Damian Priest reaching for that Money in the Bank briefcase. It's going to be a little hard when you're not on center with that briefcase, as he only has one hand on it. He's struggling to grab that briefcase here, as now Brody Lee climbing that ladder. He got inside the ring, and now Lee has the face of Damian Priest, and oh my gosh, just tosses it right into the ladder. And now Darby Allin climbing a smaller ladder onto the big ladder, and now he has the head of Brody Lee. And oh my god, this doesn't look safe. Oh my goodness, Darby Allin takes out Brody Lee, and Brody Lee takes out Damian Priest by slamming his face off before he fell down onto that ground. I mean, not onto the ground, onto the mat. Darby Allin with that Canadian Destroyer off the top of the ladder. Oh my goodness. As Damian Priest fell face first onto that smaller ladder. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. I can only believe the pain that these men are feeling inside of that ring right about now. As now, LA Knight looking to scale that ladder himself, but his face goes face first into that ladder. Now McIntyre trying to grab Knight, but Knight catches him. BFT off that ladder, and McIntyre's face is busted open. McIntyre's face is busted open as LA Knight countered with that BFT, and his face went straight into that ladder. As the blood stains are still on that ladder, Tony D'Angelo over here setting up that smaller ladder. And now Darby Allin for Hurricane Rana, caught by Tony D'Angelo. And now LA Knight having a little bit of words to say to Darby Allin. Hey Bob, why are you still looking at me? I want to let you know that you're not winning, it's money. But wait a minute, Darby catches LA Knight. And now Tony D'Angelo and Darby Allin just tosses LA Knight over his shoulders through that ladder. Darby Allin is stunned right there looking at it. And now Tony D'Angelo trying to grab Darby Allin, but Darby Allin able to break through with that cutter onto that ladder face first. And oh my goodness, just look at all the bodies down in that mat. All for that Money in the Bank right there. Remember, whoever wins that Money in the Bank can cash in at any time, at any place, at anywhere. Anytime, at any place, meant at anywhere. I don't know why I just said that, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. Darby Allin looks to be the first one up. Like I said, he was the wild card of this match. Handily picked, and now he's trying to climb that ladder to win the AFW Money in the Bank. Darby Allin climbing, scaling that ladder as he's at the top right now. And now he has one hand on the briefcase, looking to grab that Money in the Bank briefcase right there. But wait a minute, Brody Lee able to have a hand on the neck of Darby Allin. But wait a minute, Brody Lee, oh my god, powerbomb by LA Knight to Brody Lee onto that chair. He probably just broke the spine of Brody Lee as Darby turns his attention back to that Money in the Bank. But no, Damian Priest coming behind Darby Allin. He has Darby Allin up. Drew McIntyre sets that ladder right there. Damian Priest raises his edge onto that ladder. Oh my goodness. Darby Allin has to be gone as Drew McIntyre set that ladder perfect in place for Damian Priest to take out Darby Allin. And now LA Knight Climbing up, right off the ladder. He jumps off the ladder onto the briefcase. LA Knight is dangling in the air right there, ladies and gentlemen. Knight now trying to get his foot onto the ladder. He does. He can unload the briefcase right here. He can unclip it right here. Damian Priest now trying to stop LA Knight. Drew McIntyre stop LA Knight, but LA Knight wins. LA Knight wins. LA Knight is your new and your first ever Mr. Money in the Bank. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. What a match that was here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As LA Knight wins the Money in the Bank. And don't discredit the other 5 superstars. They put their bodies on the line in tonight's match. And if I were to give an MVP, it would be to that man right there, Darby Allin. As Drew McIntyre, with the blood on his face, looking down at Damian Priest, as Priest is looking at McIntyre. And Tony D'Angelo, you definitely made a debut and made a name for yourself, man, right there. As well as Brody Lee holding that neck as he getting powerbombed through that chair by LA Knight. But ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next for AJ Styles versus Ricochet in the United States Championship versus career match.